Hey everybody, what's going on? Hero212 here, just checking in. I want to show you guys some books I picked up, a few experiences from recent venues and stuff like that. Just shoot the shit. How's everybody doing here? I see Omega Comics is in. What's going on? Chad RCG. Hey Chad, you're gonna have to give me a call, Chad. I need to talk to you after this stream. I want to show you something else on that Nova. Mike the Collector. Man from Beantown. What's going on, guys? If somebody hears me in the chat, just give me a thumbs up or just let me know. That way we can make sure. Alex Perez, Rag718. What's going on, guys? How's everything? Yeah, if anybody sees me or hears me in there, just hit me up and just let me know they hear me. Perfect. Kingdom Comics. Oh, Tito, what's going on, brother? How's everything? So I'll just wait a few seconds here while I let some people come and jump on. Jeff G, what's going on, brother? How's everything? So did Baltimore Comic Con for the first time this year, and I'm telling you, I had a good time. I went with my son. It was a lot of fun, and I'll talk a little bit about it in a while, but I'll definitely go back. I kind of, hey Murph, you know what I equated it to? It was a bigger version of East Coast Comic Con. So it was that many more dealers in there than even East Coast had. East Coast has quite a few comic booths, for you to shop at. And Roman Curtis, what's good? There were books to be found. You just had to hunt, But I thought the accessibility to the artists, So. Oh, Rags, you were there? I didn't even know you were there, bro. Yeah, I was just there Saturday. I spent the day there. So, it was a good time. But you know what? I'm just gonna get started with some books. Oh, I got a CGC shipment in, so I got some pretty nice slabs there. Not that many, but a few goodies. I'd rather go with quality. Quantity instead of quality instead of quantity. So But speaking of really nice, I picked these up off of one of the online sites just because it was some gorgeous Perillo work there. But that Venom right there by Perillo, man, that thing is beautiful. Venom number 11, I just loved it. I thought Perillo did a really nice job there. And the Virgin variant for that is, man, that thing is nice. Really nice. Yeah, I just saw that. I saw somebody posted also that they're doing like a private signing or some type of thing with Sinnott too. He's gotten to that age. I just saw George Perez was overseas and he announced that was his last con also. So Perez is probably going to become a private signer. Hopefully somebody can secure him and do private signings with him. It would be nice. What else did I pick up? I picked these just for the cover, man. Look at that Turtles. That's a Delotto, I believe it is. I mean, that's just spectacular, man. Yeah, Roman Curtis, work has just been crazy. So books have been stockpiling. I will be bringing some more books as soon as I get the opportunity to go on the New York Warriors. But they always keep it good. They always keep it moving. They always got good books, Manny and YC and all the boys over there always bring some nice books. They'll bring you some Nova number ones and whatever other slabs and everything you see over there. You've been putting out some good books yourself, Roman. I just actually bought some books from you and Thorough on your last auction. Always got some good books. He'll be at Dragon Con? When is Dragon Con, Tito? Because I didn't know that. I thought they said something. I saw it maybe on Instagram or something that it was his last con. So I didn't know. Next two books I picked up, and the books I'm showing you, these are in order, but I picked these up on Instagram, and this is what I'm talking to guys about. There are awesome deals to be made still on Instagram. You just have to hunt. Now, did I take a chance? Yeah, I took a chance previously, and I bought two lower end books from this one seller because they didn't have a lot of followers. But she came through flying colors. And I shouted her out on a video, on a Instagram thing, because she sells on Instagram. And I bought 2 more books, and I got good prices, and the qualities of these books are just amazing. But take a look at this. This is a clean copy of ASM 22. Oh, man. Murph, you looking at this? Look at this beauty. This book is super nice. Also, you're saying Kingdom Comics, what you're saying is that he will still be attending that con every year? And then I was in awe when I saw this. This book is beautiful. It has, unfortunately, a super light crease going through there. If not, this book was it's you can't really see it. It's tough to see, but there's a light crease cutting across on this book. But just look at this. Man, that book is fire. Now that's what I love. Love my stuff like this, man. Just a beautiful book. Ah, he has a vested interest in it. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Interesting. Mike the Collector is talking. Yeah, that was a pretty nice 300 if I remember correctly, Mike. It was real nice. Oh, Thorough, what's going on, my brother? How's everything? Yeah, I couldn't believe look at the way the colors pop on this, bro. I mean, we're talking a book from like 1965 maybe or so. 64, 65. So real nice. El Comic Box, what's going on? I'll tell you, I wish this guy was more available to the United States, because there are so many books that I would love to get Dell'Otto to sign. I mean, look at that. Fucking kills it, man. Kills it. Oh, which one you coming to, Kingdom Comics? You going to come to East Coast, or you going to come to New York Comic Con, or you going to come to Baltimore? That'll be interesting. Omega's got a video, and he's got some grades. So he'll be uploading video soon, so check it out if you guys want to see Omega's grades. Yeah, man, there are some great Joker covers. I think my favorite so far have been the Dell'Otto and the Perillo one. I actually don't have the Perillo with me here, but I ordered a bunch of the Perillos. And you know what, Chad? I have never been to C2E2, but that is definitely on my list. I was discussing it with my son, talking about possibly going out there this year. Don't know yet. I believe that's in like February or March, right? I tell you what, Kingdom Comics, you would enjoy East Coast, because that seems like the kind of cons that you go to. New York Comic Con is basically madness. I guess it's New York and San Diego. They're so huge. There's so many people. So, which Joker 68 is talking about. He said he bought the famous Joker cover from Jock that you can only get at the London Comic Con. Wobbles is asking a question in the audience there. You guys think 235 is a fair price for Batman 181? Have to do GPA on it to see, but I don't have I haven't checked. We could take a look later if you want. What else? So stopped at a local shop and picked up mid-grade copy of Mr. Miracle #2, first appearance of Granny Goodness. So nice pickup. I was happy to get that. And then, although this book is a dime a dozen, there's a lot of them. This is a high-grade one, and with the black on it, it has a lot of pressable defects, this book. I had to take a shot at it because I don't own this, in a 9.8. But Wolverine #1 from his first ongoing series. I just love this book, Love that book. What else do we get here? Oh, yeah, look at this fire. I mean, Molina killed it, and they just, I think it's Comics Elite did this. They put this as a second printing variant. They took both covers and connected them. Man, that's just gorgeous. Look at that. Love that. That's just good stuff there, man. This is a spec book, cheap spec book based on the Lords of the Long Box. Shout out to Lords of the Long Box, 3 Men in the Basement. Excalibur #1, first time Excalibur appears, but this is the no price variant. There's no price on the corner of it. You'll see right up there. I believe it's a Canadian edition, maybe. But something to look out for. You never know. This book picks up, and this is a high grade. It's actually that hard cardstock. So it's either a high grade or no grade on these books, Not a lot of pressability. Talk about fire. I'm going to show you fire right now, man. Take a look at this. Holy shit. An artist I've never heard of, Kendrick Lim. They call him Kunka. This is a Scorpion Comics exclusive. But, man, this guy could draw. Look at that. That is just beautiful, man. I am loving that. Loving that. Talk about some more fire. How about this? Man. Killer Delato right there. Ghost Rider #1. That's the Virgin variant. I got 2 copies of that, and then it comes with the trade dress. Nice Scorpion books. Really nice Scorpion books. All right. So let's talk about my con experience. So went to Baltimore Comic Con for the first time, and well worth it. I definitely believe it was well worth it. I had a really good time there. My kind of con, a lot of books, not a lot of cosplay, good selection of artists, creators that were there that I hadn't seen. Adam Hughes goes there every year. I had never gone to Adam Hughes, so he was a big reason that I was going there. Brian K. Vaughan was there. Walt Simonson was there. Who else was there? Jim Steranko was there. Some of the bigger names. So I had a Friday, Saturday pass. I was going to stay overnight. But unfortunately, I had Yankee tickets for the Thursday game. Weather changed everything, pushed it all back. My Yankee game wound up being Friday night. So went to the Yankee game. We won. Unfortunately, we lost the series, but that's the way it is. Went to the Yankee game and then drove down. I got home at 11:30, got up at like 4:30, drove down to Baltimore the next morning. Was there by 7:30-ish. Parked. There was a marathon going on, so I beat the marathon there, which was a big thing. And I'm expecting it to be at East Coast or New York, where there's always crowd. We always have crowds at our cons. I walked in, and there was nobody there. It was pretty empty. It was a good thing. Walked in, stood in the line. Everybody was cordial. There was no pen set up or anything like in New York. You basically there was no even line. Everybody just stood in like an aisle, and then they let you walk down. I mean, Nobody was even running. There was no mad dash. I don't know. It was different. Got there, went straight to the CGC booth, which was pretty cool. There was hardly anybody there. Got online, dropped off 2 books for their private signing with Jim Lee, and then got online for a witness because I wanted to get to Adam Hughes. While I'm online, I got to meet Dave in the Cave for the first time. Real nice meeting Dave in the Cave. Super chill guy. I was just talking comics, shooting the shit. He came up to me, and we just had a really nice conversation. It was pretty cool. Was able to get my witness within like 15 minutes or so into the con, 20 minutes tops. And it was Brittany from CGC. It was a super nice person. But we were talking, and I was just telling her how the madness that New York was. And she even admitted that they brought all their staff down, and they still were understaffed because it was just such madness. I don't know if they sold more tickets this year to New York or what it was, but man, it was crazy. You know, there were 5-hour waits to 6-hour waits. Like Big Lion Cat had like a 5 or 6 hour wait just to submit your books. Because CGC, as most of you guys know, has changed the process now. It's kind of good in a way that you don't have to stand on their lines and people aren't cutting you, but the wait times in New York were just horrendous. So now you basically wait for a witness, get your book signed. It's always best to prepare your form there, and then you go back, sign into a kiosk, and put your phone number and your information in, and they'll send you a notice that it's time for you to come up, or it's almost time for you to come up, and then you go up to the CGC booth and you go to the booth. So pretty cool, but it doesn't take that line. But anyway, I got Adam Hughes, and I was done with Adam Hughes and back to the CGC booth within like 25 minutes. So all in all, I dropped off my Jim Lee books, got a witness, got Adam Hughes to sign my books real quick, and submitted my books within like an hour and 15 minutes. I had the whole con to myself. I mean, when do you see that? Oh, so I see Man from Beantown is hitting CGC C2E2 for the first year. You got it booked already. Hey, Man from Beantown, how are the hotels over there? Is it something that you have to or anybody who's been to C2E2, is it something like New York where you should be booking your hotel ahead of time? If you know anything, somebody hit me up on the chat. Let me know, because I'm interested to find out what it is, you know. Am I still alive here? Does everybody still hear me? I don't know if I'm still alive. I don't know. I'm not seeing any movement in the chat. So just let me know. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, guys. I just lost the chat there. Hack 79, what's going on? Murph wants to go into C2E2. I would definitely be interested in that. I'm just going to go through these real quick here. I apologize for that. I lost the chat there for a minute. Yeah, you know what, Rags? Baltimore got crazy at the end of the day. You're right, but still, it was nowhere near what New York is, or even East Coast. I didn't think the crowds were that crazy. Chad RCG is saying the transportation downtown is not as good as New York is. Okay. Yeah, Tito, I'm telling you, you should be staying. I mean, you got options. You could either go to stay closer in New Jersey, or if you want Manhattan, and then you can see all the city and everything like that. See, that's what Man from Beantown. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the venue. I'm looking Um, I'm looking to stay as close to the venue as possible. That way, I can just walk down and just get there. Oh, badges just went on sale. I might have to do that then, man. Okay. Jay Salsa, what's going on? I might really have to do that. MegaCon is where's MegaCon? That's Florida, right? Yeah, that's another one eventually I want to get to. I definitely want to get to that. All right, so you got a friend going down that isn't really into. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to this year hit different places and stuff like that. And just check it out. So anyway, I finished at the CGC booth. Oh, I'm so ready to submit my books, and I get a text from Nemesis Prime, who I first met recently at New York Comic Con, from Three Men in the Basement. He's a local guy. He's a Jersey guy, and he was like, "Hey, I just saw you at Adam Hughes. I'm sitting there. Come by." So I went by, and he was actually sitting in a chair. It was great. My man had a chair. It was like maybe third or fourth online, waiting for Adam Hughes head sketches. And Adam Hughes had a big line for his head sketches, but he was doing his quick sketches. I already have one. Yeah, I know. I fucked up and I didn't click on it, so I just went. I kept caught up on the chat there. I apologize for that. Universe X, what's going on? But I also met Tom Ryan on the line there. I was talking to Tom. I've met Tom at a couple of other cons. Super nice guy, another Jersey native, and we were talking there. Then walking through, and I ran into Comic Core, and it was pretty nice meeting all those guys. There was some really nice guys. I got to see the great legend who I mean, I've been talking to him for years in the comic community, and it was nice. They were just all the guys there. They were super nice. I'm drawing blanks on names right now because what's his face? Mr. Newsstand was there. And there were just a lot of guys. Spidey Grandpa was there. John's Comics with Kids was there. I'm trying to think of who else I ran into that was there. Oh, White Whale Comics. Just running into a bunch of people that I had never met before. And Seawood, I'm sorry, there you go. I apologize for that. But Seawood, he was the first guy who recognized me when I was walking down. So just to run into guys like that from the community that I didn't think I would ever meet, it makes this whole YouTube, and I say this all the time, makes this YouTube community really cool, really, really good. And then I got to talk to my man, Everett Otto, who Three Men in the Basement, and we talked for a good while. He was waiting on line for Steranko. He hit me up and asked me if I was at the con, so I walked over his way. We talked for a while. We had never met. I pressed some books for Otto on several occasions and stuff, and participated in with a show with him and everything. He's a good dude. He was just the way he is on his videos is the way he is in person. He's got that high energy personality, but really, really nice guy. So like I said, I was done with all my signings within like an hour and a half because I had done most of those books in New York. Now, if I had known that I could have gotten Crane at an easier pace and submitted CGC that easy, and Brian K. Vaughan and a couple of those other artists that were there, I would have just saved my books for Baltimore and dropped them off right then and there. It wouldn't have been a crazy pace. And you could have gotten your book signed that day. If I went like Friday, got my books up, by the end of Sunday, those books would have been ready. I could have picked them up. Baltimore's one of the few shows that does that drop-off service where you can get on-site grading. So I would like that, Rags. Oh yeah, Rags. So Rags said he met Otto, Charlton 66, Kingdom Comics, Discovery Bay. A lot of YouTubers were there. Kingdom Comics was at what you call it? Tino, you were at what you call it, Baltimore? I didn't know that. So it was just a lot of people. But what I did get to do, I got to shop, and I love it. I was looking around, and there were a couple books that I had on my radar that I'm not seeing at cons too often. So I definitely believe that dealers are holding on to a few books that you're not seeing. There were only 1 or 2 copies that I saw of it. High grade. Oh, okay, yeah. I just saw he had your name there. Rags had your name. I didn't think you were there. But Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. it's kind of a scarce book. There were one or two that were a great high graded copy, and then I found one that was a detached copy, which I wasn't going for. And then X-Men #4. I didn't see that many of them. I've been looking for that for a while. Couldn't find it, man. Couldn't find them there. Regs, you were looking around. Did you see an X-Men 4 around there? Didn't see too many of them. Kind of a scarce book. But now a couple of other books that were not high have become con regulars. Nova #1, you're seeing at the con continuously. You're also seeing a book I'll show you now at the con, and the prices are jumping up on these books. Prices are jumping up. But a couple of like stealth finds, I found a really near mid copy of the Eternals #6, and I got this for $10. So I'll jump on that all day, every day. What else do we get here? Yeah. Pick this up. This was probably my best, one of my better buys. This was going for $125 by the time I got it down. I got it down to $90. It's a 5.0. It's a real nice one. Really, real nice copy. I like it. First appearance of Mephisto. And if you're looking, and I was just looking because I had seen somebody else mention it, and it's so true. Even the non-key issues on the Silver Surfer run have jumped up dramatically in price now. So whatever it is, 15 to 17 issues of this, or the mid-grade, the mid numbers, #7, #9, #11, those books all getting a heftier price. Yeah, you know what, Man from B-Town, I got that 2 years ago at New York Comic Con for a decent price. Probably like a 6.0 range I picked up. What else did I find? This is a book that now has gotten hot. I was specking on this for a bit, but I got this for a pretty good price. Moon Knight, Marvel Spotlight 28, first solo story of Moon Knight. This has become like the second go-to book, and Werewolf by Night 33. But this book has seen a rise in its prices quite a bit, to the degree that I mean, if you want, I'll show you the numbers on this, because they were kind of outrageous. I couldn't believe the numbers on that book. I'll put it to the side. Then book I've been specking on a little bit, and I'll pick it up just because it's a tough book in the census to get in a high grade, especially the 9.8s because of the black cover. But Alpha Flight 120. The whole Claremont and Byrne run has picked up a lot of steam again. This book here, really, really clean. Got it for a good price. I was able to negotiate there. If you bundle things up, you're able to negotiate a little better, and cash is king, so people will give you better deals. So jumped up on a real crisp, clean. Has a few little ticks on it, but I think some of them will press out. Might have 1, 2 that break color. Other than that, though, so we're talking a 9.4, 9.6 range, hopefully, on this book there. Just really nice high grade. And then this one again, same kind of deal. Picked that up. $60 I got this for at Baltimore. So I picked up 2 really nice copies of Uncanny 120. And it's just beside it being a great book, look, this is just my theory, and it has no substance to it. But if you wanted to introduce Wolverine or the X-Men, but more with the Wolverine character, right? What better way to introduce Wolverine than something to do with, Canada, the Project X? You introduce, let's say, Vindicator through some other venue, and then they go hunting, and you get the introduction of Wolverine. So I think that's a good book. Yeah, 2 copies. Both of them were like $60 a piece. So I jumped on them. And then I found a pretty mid-grader on this, but I'll buy this every chance I get. Fantastic Four Annual #6, First Annihilus, but the person I love on this is more than Annihilus is Franklin Richards. First Franklin Richards. No, I know Peter Porker. I know it's a key, but it's a good spec for me. But this book here now, every booth had it. Where at one time you didn't see this as often, every booth had it, and prices were ranging from 125, 150 for decent copies. There were copies out there for 350 that didn't deserve it, man. Just didn't deserve it. Overpriced book on some ends there. Yeah, I know, BLC. I just was on the hunt looking around. I didn't get a chance to catch up with you. I apologize for that. So those were the books that I picked up at Baltimore. I thought I did pretty good. I got some really nice deals there. I was happy with that. A Weapon X movie would be great. You go with that whole that Marvel Comics Presents story arc that they did there, the Barry Windsor Smith story there. It just goes right, and Man from Beantown is 100% right. I like that. So I thought that was really, really good. Again, so I showed you those 2 Spider-Man books that I bought. Let me show you them again. Yeah. I picked up these 2 Spideys. I was just showing them before for anybody who didn't see, from a Instagram vendor. And these books were as advertised, or if not better. She gave me a super, super awesome deal on them. I was very, very happy with them. Check my Instagram page. I believe I put her name in there. But great vendor. So went back on her sales thread, and she had this up there, which was a book I needed in my collection. So I picked this up too. And this is a nice mid-grade copy of Amazing Spider-Man 43. So I'm all about those Spideys under 100, just trying to finish that run up. I'm getting to the expensive ones now for me. So, I pick them slow and steady. This is a book that I think I pulled the trigger too fast on it. I overpaid for it, and I'll admit it. Fantastic Four 67, first him. Instagram sale, but everybody was fast and furious buying. And you didn't have time to act on condition and everything like that. For the price I paid, I'm not pleased with the condition of the book. But I'll keep it. It's in the collection, and lesson learned. But now this one here, picked up through another venue. Big shout out to a friend of mine who just showed me a new venue to purchase some books. Amazing Spider-Man 252, first black costume. And this is a really nice grade. I'm hoping for 9 in the 9s on this book. I shall see once I press and clean it. But man, this is just nice. Really, really nice. Like it a lot. Yeah. It's like my 5th copy I've gotten of that book. This fell into my lap too, so I was just woof. And a chance you can get that for a decent price. This book is always wanted. X-Men Origins, Deadpool. Just a great cover. Great Deadpool cover. This book, still a $50 book in great condition, It demands a premium, Always. Oh man, yeah, this was crazy. Comics Elite, I've been picking up some books from them. They've had some really nice variants. I like the prices, but the covers. But like, I picked up this Ryan Brown. Man, this thing was awesome. This is the New York Comic Con version. And they had, I guess they didn't sell out at the con, but they had these on their website. And look at that. That shit is fucking dope. Man, love it. That is just a gorgeous cover. And then my go-to book, I buy this every chance I get. First Mr. Sinister. Love it. Really, really nice. That book came out beautiful. Yeah, I believe she's like zombified there, is what it is. She's a zombie if you look at her face. See her eyes and everything, there's blood coming out of her eyes. So pick that up. And then there was another variant that I looked at it and just had to get it. I passed up on it. I've been saying, I'm not getting these store variants anymore. these online variants, but I just couldn't because Jock killed it on this cover. Man, oh man, that is just a great, great Jock cover. Love it, love it. So I picked that up, and I actually picked up the set. What I liked about the set is that all three are slightly different. It's the minimal trade dress, but you have the BAM going through it. I like there was big differences, not just a little color touch or any, a color twist or anything like that. This one they put a word bubble in there. You know, you see more of the side of his head missing there, like it blew out. And then the Virgin variant on this is, look at that, man. Holy smokes. Loving that. This is just gorgeous, bro. Man, for meantime, this book is great. I wish I had this at New York Comic Con. I would have waited the line, wait for Jock. I might even send this like a private signing or something because I'm really feeling this cover. You know. And then last book I picked up, and then I'm going to show you a couple slabs real quick. But I picked up that beauty right there. Easy, I would say in the 8s. Little stress on the staples there, but other than that, this book is super clean. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I have a copy, but it's signed by Stan Lee and John Romita, so I wanted my raw copy on this. You know, wanted the raw on this. So those are my pickups for the last 2 weeks or so since I last did my haul videos, and got a couple books back from CGC. Did a submission for myself, Manny NYC and Joke M21. They'll show you their books in their videos, but they did some really nice stuff. But I sent in 3 books, and they were pretty big boy books, pretty nice. And I got them back, and I was pleased with 2 out of the 3. But I'll show you right now. First one is this. I showed this on Instagram the other day. That's Silver Surfer #1 in a 6.0. And this is the highest grade on this book that I have. I had multiple copies on this, but I'm stoked to have this in the collection. That book is nice. Real nice. Even the back presents pretty well, And these square bounds, anybody who knows about square bounds, usually like the spine will be bent because of the way people read it. This one, that was the allure. Yeah, anything Silver Surfer is super hot right now. I think if this character eventually is introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, when that announcement is made, and I think this book is just going to blow up. But I'm telling you, the book that everybody sleeps on, I say it over and over. We've talked about this, and Avengers Annual #5. Fantastic Four Annual #5 is the first solo story for the Silver Surfer. It's in the back of that book. It's also first appearance of the Psycho Man. So just a nice key. It's very affordable. It's a book that if I see that in high grade, and it's a tough high grade because it's a white cover. So, if you ever see that book, it's a tough book. I'm trying to see if I have one laying around here. But, yeah, definitely a tough key, and a book that I would definitely get. I was hoping for a higher grade on this, buyer grade. Batman Adventures #12. I thought this was a 9.4. Came back. It says it has a stain on the back cover and a little crease mark. I could see that little crease mark up there, and this book was pressed. But I really can't find the stain. I'm thinking maybe it's in the slab on the side there because it says in the middle of the book. Mike, you won't believe, but 9.2. I'm happy with a 9.2. I'm not ecstatic with it, but it'll do. I broke even on this book, and this book actually I just sold at a good price to a fellow collector. So, it goes to a good home. And then last book for the night is that. Oh yeah, it came back at 9.8. I bought this from somebody that it was a graded 9.4. The guy gave me a phenomenal deal. I appreciate that. Just a good YouTuber. I don't want to put out who I bought it from. If he wants to put it out there, that's fine. But he took care of me. He gave me a great deal on this. I appreciate that. Told me it wasn't pressed and had some pressable defects. So I took this book. I pressed the shit out of it. Put my work into it, and I got a 9.8 back on that. And I mean, if you see the prices on a 9.8 for this book has become a big boy key. It's rags 1,800 because that's what it's going for right now. No, I'm not selling it. This one's going to stay in the collection. So, but super happy. 9.8 copy of Batgirl Adventures. Couldn't get much better than that. You know what? I just want to see something here. Let's see if I open up another. Yeah, you know what, J. Rodham? I think it might go down a bit, but it's never gonna go down that only because the book in high grade is a tough book to get. Are there a ton of copies out there? But it was a kid's book, so those books were, I mean, for less words, finger fucked to shit, man. In the bins for the longest time, just getting crushed. Big Line, did I think it was a 9.8? I thought it had a shot. I knew it was probably going to be a 9.6. Was hoping for that 9.8. I never ever will say a book is a 9.8 because CGC is. I mean, I've learned from grading so many books, and you guys have all done the same thing, that it's all subjective. And if they decide that day that somebody's not going to give that, they're going to be a little stricter. I've seen books with color rub because you are under the CGC guidelines. The 9.8 can have one small defect as long as it doesn't affect the book. So I've seen a book with color rub on the back come back at 9.8. I've had it happen, or a small tick. 9.8 come back, but it all depends. I've gotten books that I've said have gotten hammered, a little bit, and I didn't think they were gonna get as hammered. Jay Salsa's got 2 Silver Surfer 1s, a CZC 8.5 and a 7.5. Congrats, bro. Those are nice books to have. Jay Salsa's preparing for the future. Let me just see something here. All right. So I could share this. I just want to show you this here because this is the one I was talking about. All right, so there we go. I don't know if you guys could see that there yet. Let me see if I could highlight that. There you go. But Marvel Spotlight 28. A 9.8 is a $1,300 book. Went from a $900 book. It's a $1,300 book now. There's been 5 sales in the last year. 1,500, 1,150 on this book. So the last sale on this book, August 25th, was for $1,500. Man, that's an expensive book now. So, just a book to look around for. Even in a 9.6, it's almost a $400 book. 18 copies have sold on it. And a 9.4, just seeing increases all across the board, and multiple copies. 14 copies in a 9.4 for $284. So, a definite keeper in my opinion. Definite keeper. Hey, Comically Flawed, what's going on? Yeah, I kind of did most of the haul, brother. I apologize for that. You see, yeah. Like Tito said, he's gotten some 9.8s as well. They didn't see that coming, but it's just a crazy book. The Batgirl number 12. What's that? The Archer you're talking about? Just sent the Batman Adventures 12 Middleton to CGC. Should be a 9.8. Yeah, man. Did you get it signed at the con? Because Middleton is a tough guy to get, 12 or 23, Rags. 23 is a big book there. But yeah, so just and then just look at this. I just looked at this recently. Yeah, there you go. Batman Adventures 12, $1,700 in the last 90 days in the book. The last one, though, the book took a little dip. There must have been one sale that was a little below it. But 2019, there's been 57 copies of this book in a 9.8 that have moved. The high being 2,300. So the last one sold for 18. You had one sell for 22. In that 19,000 to 2,000 range there. Those two low sales are the abnormalities of all of these other sales here. If you look at the, most recent sales in October, and these are just all books that moved in October. So definitely a nice book to have in a high grade, super nice book to have in a nice grade. You know what, Jay Salsa, I'm just looking for it. I have a couple, actually. I have 2 or 3. So if I get it in that mid-grader, I'll take it just because it's the first, him. But, nothing dramatic. I'm not really searching for it, Yeah, Spotlight has gone nuts, man. It just definitely can, Rags, you want Iron Fist 14? That's always a nice book. You know what? I mean, I got mine about 5 years ago, maybe a little more. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. It's in one of my earlier videos. Can't believe I'm on YouTube that long, but 14 is another great book, man. That first Sabretooth. So there you go. Wow. Iron Fist 14. First appearance of Sabretooth. A 9.8 is a $2,100 book. It's maintained. 3 copies sold in 9.8. last year, 2200, 2200, and 1900. It's a $2,200 book for the most part. You have one sale that was a little lower, but everything else here, those 8 sales from January through October, 8 times this book has sold. 7 out of 8 times it sold for over $2,100, almost 2,000. Yeah, it's in that $2,100 to $2,200 range. 9.6 has gone up to $867 book. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, Arsenio, what's going on? So yeah, that's I mean, that book is it's a nice book, man. You know what, Mike? I'll follow whatever they do with Wolverine because I'm a big X-Men guy. To a floor where I'll buy the books even though they suck sometimes. But I did like the House of House of X, Powers of 10. I thought that was a really good read, and I haven't read the new X-Men stuff yet. Unfortunately, my LCS closed, so in the works of trying to find another LCS that I'll enjoy and kind of get some good benefits out of it. But I'm gonna go pick up a couple of those copies. No problem. Thank you, Comic Foot. I appreciate that. You know, everything arrived okay. I'm glad. Ed D, what's good? You know, Crow number 1. You know what? I don't know because I haven't looked it up. I don't know if that's a big. Yeah, Man from Meantime, Tomb of Dracula 10, and then I tell everybody the book that everybody sleeps on is Tomb of Dracula 13, and that's the origin. It's the origin of Blade, isn't it? I believe first appearance is 10 and 13 is the origin. But that's a book in high grade. It doesn't go for super. But let's just look. Tito was just asking about the Crow. Let's take a look at that. It's one of those independents that I mean they're cult classics, but I don't think that should be it, right? 1909. Crow number 1. Wow, $3,200 book. Jesus Christ. One sale this year, $3,200, and then $700 sale. Wow, $3,200 book there. Adam Kubert or Andy Kubert? I'm a big fan of Adam Kubert. He's a good dude. Okay, Big Lion, you got your book also. Excellent. I'm glad everything arrived. Yeah, that ASM 101 right now, with all the hype for all the movies and everything like that, I want to see what happens with Morbius, I want to see how well they introduce Morbius, and, there's a lot of spec that they might introduce another character through there and everything else. But what was the other book somebody just asked about? So I'm sorry. Crow number 1. And that was the other book. Just to show you. Yeah, I didn't know it was that high either, bro. Yeah, you know what? Well, you know what, Comically Flawed? Then that's where us as collectors have to get kind of creative now and figure out, okay, so we go in these developmental stages or these collecting stages, I think, as a collector. So you start out and you are so enthusiastic with the hobby, be it that you're coming back to the hobby or that you're starting out for the first time and you've discovered your love for comics. And now you want to buy everything. And you are buying every friggin' book there is out there. And then you realize that you got a lot of fucking books that are taking up a lot of space and you don't even need them. You can read them on trade. They're not worth anything. Why am I holding on to all of these books? So now you start moving towards the smaller keys. And when I say smaller keys, that $25 range book, that $50 range book, I remember buying those and be like, wow, this is a nice key to have. But then you wind up buying all of those keys, and now you're moving into those 3-digit keys, those $100 keys. After a while, you have most of those, and now you're going into the higher end and into those 4-digit books. Getting pricey, right? What do we do? What are we fucking going to do? Time to get creative. Start selling books, flipping books, looking for those lower keys, selling those lower keys, and building that slush fund to buy a book. I bought my Wolverine, my Hulk 181 slush fund. I just kept on saving and saving, saved for a year. I have another fund going now. I'm saving for another. I'm going to save as long as it takes me to get it. But I want an FF5. So that's my next big purchase. Hopefully that's going to be the next big purchase that I get. I say this all the time, and then all of a sudden another book comes along my way, and I just have to grab it. But you see how Rags was saying, yeah, fear of missing out, Murph. Exactly what it is. Just look at this recent week in new comics and the hype that went on this week with everybody just buying up all of those books. Batman Beyond, the first female Batman Beyond, and there were a couple of other ones that were all heavy specs, and everybody was going nuts looking for those books, and now they're selling for a decent amount. You know what? I'd rather, at this point, sit back. I'll pick it up for $20 when I need to, $25, and let everybody go crazy. If I find them, I'll sell them. I'll sell them and make a profit. Take it and purchase another nice big book. That's when you see me selling on the Warriors auctions, most of the time it's because it's going to go funded towards another book. FF5 is the first Dr. Doom, Murph. I need that book before it just goes into the stratosphere and out of my range. Man from Beantown saving for Tales to Astonish 27. Hopefully a C2E2. That's what you got to do, man from Beantown. Save those pennies. The Dorkeries are in. Hey, what's going on, brother? How's everything? He's been doing some great. Anybody here who's not subscribed to the Dorkeries, hit that channel up, man. Those guys, he and his wife just do a great live feed. You don't see too many couples doing great live feeds like they do. Archangel and his wife used to do a great channel there. And I see Jem Mint has his wife, and they actually flow off each other really well. That's a good channel to watch sometimes too. See, but all right, so keep it thorough. Put something up here, and I'll talk about this. The dumbest one he's seen is X-Men 14, just because they say Hellboy appears on a poster inside the panel. Shake my damn it. But that's the book that you flip. That's the book that you flip. That book was selling at $50 at one point. I think it's leveled off to like a $30 book. That's a dollar bin book or 50 cents bin book at any given time, and there's a ton of them out there. If you get that in high grade, that's the kind of book that I would take a high grade one. If I could, being that the turnaround times are only 4 to 5 weeks on CGC now for moderns, send that book in, bam, flip it. Even if let's say you paid $1, you sold it for 30, right? You paid $1 for the book and grading and everything else. After everything has come, $18, almost $30 for a book from CGC. And you flip that for $70, or you get a 9.8 out of it. You got a 9.8 candidate. You can flip it for 70, even up to $100, right? And you flip that book, bam. That's instant profit, bro. You just made $70 on your investment. That's a great return on investment. And that's what we have to think about as collectors. Those are the way to get creative and make extra money for your collection. ETA Nick does a great series on it. And he's showing how he builds up to get a big boy book. It was an idea I had toyed with, but Nick is doing it. I'm not going to touch something that Nick's doing, But a great series. If you get the opportunity, go back and watch it on his videos, because you get a lot of good information on that. His channel, he puts great content. Look at that. Man from Beantown said he had a 5560 a half a year ago for 2K. Sold it for a small profit. Year later, that birth is worth a lot. Yep. It became a big boy book, man. But Kingdom Comics, that you know how that works. That book has been I won't even get into it, but there's a lot of that too. They build up a book, build up the hype, and if you see it, it's It's a small frame, and on the background there's a poster that says Hellboy on it. That's all it is. You know, there's too many first appearances. Now it's first appearance, cameo appearance, speculated appearance previously. Guys are going back and little hidden messages to find out things. I mean, we talk about that. How about, first appearances? If you go first appearance of the black suit before it comes out in Secret Wars and it comes out in everything else, that in Marvel Age, they showed a black suit in there. Why is that not the first appearance of it now? Later, Mike. Thank you. Why is that not a first appearance? Or the precursors to Hulk 181, when you had the advertisements, why are those books not the first appearance? So why is Hulk 180, which clearly has the whole Wolverine in the back panel speaking, I believe he says his name on it and everything else. Yep. Oh, it's the Black Crow's bird from Thor. I don't even know that one, Murph. I haven't even followed that one, and I'm usually but yeah, it goes in ebbs and flows. You had your Cindy Moon hot books, and you had all of these people speculating. It is the movies and the TV series are hyping everything up. Yeah, made a small 1 minute. But let me just look at that. We're talking about that Fantastic Four because it's a crazy book. So FF number 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. Put it here for anybody that's interested. And I'm going to go right to the lower range. There is no 9.6 or a 9. I don't know if there is a 9.6, but it doesn't look like there's a 9.6 in the census or that's sold. But all right, so a 6.0 on that book has now sold for $6,500. Wow. Yeah, see? A 4.0 is in a $4,000 range. 3.0 is a $3,000. And that's decreased a little bit. 2.5 is a $2,500 book. Even a 2.0, I mean, that's an anomaly. Sold for $3,000. If I can get myself something in that 2.5 to 3.0 range, I'll be real happy. Yeah, you're stuck on that Crow book, right? That's crazy, right? Right. This is the Dockery says, and he hasn't even hit the MCU. Exactly. So imagine what happens when that first trailer drops, and usually that's when the books really spike, and everybody, or a first hidden picture and release is shown, and you get to see Doctor Doom in all his glory. Holy shit. Donnie Cates mentioned Donnie Cates. He is the ultimate guy to get books hyped. He drops little bombs here and there, and the books just take off. Look what he did for the Thor books and everything with Null and all of that stuff. I mean, he really, he killed it. But yeah, that's my haul. I'll give you a quick recap there, but I picked up a beautiful Marvel Spotlight 28. And these were all Baltimore Comic Con pickups and FF Annual 6, excuse me. 2 nice copies of X-Men 120, first appearance of Alpha Flight, Silver Surfer number 3, Mephisto, Eternal 6, beautiful copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 100. That's killer Jock 3-pack, man. Oh my god, love it. I'm telling you, this look at this, back side by side. Those are killer. Just enough of variety on them that makes you want to go get them. So I'm happy I got that. $750 2 years ago, Comically Flawed. Wow. You know what's funny, that I picked up one that's in grading now, probably like a 4.5. I got 4.5 for like $250, and that was a good deal. You're talking, I mean, Yeah, I'll show you that right now, just because we're talking about numbers. But FF49. What was the grade you set on that, Adam? Just trying to see something here. 8.5. All right, so FF49, 8.5. So 750 is now a $2,200 book, probably more. One low sale. Yeah, it's 2022. Yeah, it's in that $2,200 to $2,300 range. Man, that's a killer book. You know what, though? I don't know. I think, my opinion, I think Richard Rider will be the Nova that they show. But I think somewhere down the line, when they present all of these new, younger characters, which, think about it. I mean, they're gonna always have to bring out more characters and keep going younger. Unlike the comic books, actors age. So why not bring Sam Alexander and do kind of a Champions thing with Sam Alexander, Kamala Khan, Miles Morales, and Viz from the Vision story. Just nice characters that you could bring out there and definitely make some money. And that Marvel Point 1 is his first appearance. Actually, I just got one of those. Those that don't know, Adam Kubert did the cover on that, so I just got him to sign the cover on that. So that's an expensive book, Man from Beantown. Man, you got some killer books. I mean, Man from Beantown's talking about Fing Fang Foom. There's a lot of speculation on all the Shang-Chi stuff now. That book has blown up. I'm trying to remember what's the Marvel Special Edition, right? You got to see the numbers on this. It's funny because this is something like that on like Off Air Chats. Me and Biggs and the guys, we do this all the time, and we're just throwing out books and looking at numbers and just seeing shit and just amazing. All right, so later, Murph. Yeah, we got to talk, Murph, because I know we were talking about that Spider-Man stuff. We'll talk a little later on. So this is Spotlight. I mean, Marvel Special Edition 15. First Shang-Chi. A 9.8 is now a $4,800 book. 9.6s are in the $2,000 range almost. 9.4s are in the $1,100 range. 9.2s are in the $900 range. 9.0s almost $800, 800 and change. 8.5s are in the 600. 8.0s are in the 500, and so on. 7.5 400. 7.0 350. 6.5 320. 6.0s 250s. That book blew up, man. Yeah, Mr. Unknown Comics, I've seen that too. Wolverine #1. A lot of people have been buying that book. I don't know why. There's a lot of them, but again, that book has a lot of spine issues and stuff like that. I have to look at the census on that just to see how many of those are actually graded through CGC. Yeah, I actually pressed one of those first Fing Fang phones for a friend of mine, got it up a grade or two. He sold it raw, but it was a real nice copy, probably like a 6.0 copy. Yeah, so that's it for today. I appreciate you guys coming out as always. Stay tuned because I'll probably this week I'm getting another CGC order coming in. I submitted some movie spec type of books that I had around and I wanted to get graded. Just most of them are probably going to be for sale. But if you haven't given a thumbs up, please give this channel a thumbs up. Recommend it to people if they're out there and they're into comics and they don't know about this channel. I'm at about 912 subs. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subs. I just don't put out as many videos as I used to. You know, time gets in the way. I'm going to try and change that up. Bring back, you know, is it Slab Worthy, and probably a couple of other things that I have some ideas for. Some shows that maybe not live shows, but shows that we could share with everybody. You know, Thorough, I appreciate you coming out. Yo, Thorough, I don't know if you saw. Bam. 9.8, brother. So happy with that book, as you could tell. I showed it off like 3 times today. But appreciate all you guys coming out as always. Everybody sub each other up. Keep this community going. Doggers, you didn't see that? Yeah, man. And I had a 9.8 and a 9.2. And let me show you this one. There you go. 6.0. So Surfer number 1. So, you know what? Just never ever would I have thought 5 years ago that these kind of books would be in my collection. Yes, I know. It's a nice book. I'm glad you sent it out. Glad you sent it out. But again, thanks for coming out there. I appreciate all you guys. New York Warriors have a auction tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, you know what, Thorough, I'm not optimistic about that Birds of Prey movie being any good, man. We shall see, but I don't have high hopes for that movie, shall we say. Don't have any high hopes for that movie at all. But yeah, until my next video, peace and thanks for coming out.